Well, hello and welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and we are back on another live stream. This time, a very laid back one. Maybe catch on the chat, your messages, your questions. We're talking about a bit of that documentary of the Beckhams, and of course, the most likely reaction of the Montecito duo over this, but mainly so much stuff going on with the world right now. It's obvious the main topic that there is, but you cannot deny, of course, the reality of some things. But we need sometimes safe spaces for entertainment just to wind down. It's Sunday, so let's just catch up. I wanted to give you this kind of space, right, to just have a chat, hang out together, maybe half an hour, maybe a bit more. It depends of if what do you want. And yes, some of you are saying I'm going to start highlighting some of your comments. There's a comment that someone made. I think it was Sina. I think it was Neuropsych Sina, but it was sent before the live began. Talking about these live streams, I will keep doing these live streams maybe one more week. Still, the same structure, the same pattern. I create the live stream and I extract those fractions of topics, those independent topics as standalone videos the very same day, like 1 hour after the live itself has ended. I think that is the best approach. Some of you like the longer content. Some of you want to go to the exact point or to the exact topic by themselves. So that's what I will keep on doing. Regarding the captions, I'm trying to make them as with the same quality as before. But the problem is that I'm using automatic captions right now, so sometimes they can be a bit over the place. Even if I'm trying to make sure to, to work my pronunciation in English, so it is the best. It is the best way for every single one of us. I'm going to change to my super duper headshot and restream. Okay, that is great because I can see your chat at the same time. You can see your chat. This is what we are talking about. Yeah, sometimes it's gonna be trolls, sometimes there are gonna be sugars, but there are my mods ready to silence all those pesky sugars if they dare to drop by. But today is not a controversial topic or anything. It's not just a laid back chat. So if they come here, it's because they like my show. I'm sure they, even if they are Megan's fans, I'm sure that they enjoy my jokes and my memes, because that's what this is all about. It's pure entertainment. This is what we need from time to time. And yesterday I remember that I screwed up with all the technology part. I'm trying to make sure that this doesn't happen. And I was playing this loud dark synth music, and it just creeped in my live. I didn't notice that it was sounding at full blast. I don't have any monitor. I just have a visual monitor to say, and the visual monitor was covered by another app. So it was 1 minute, was this screen blasting some music. I hope that I was not triggered by copyright. I cut it out, by the way, when I published live. But it is the kind of things that happen in live streams for all of you that are curious about this. And we're saying that you don't want me to burn out. Okay, that is important, not to burn out. In fact, live streams are in many ways easier to make than the recorded videos. The recorded videos were an extra, were a lot more draining in energy, even if they are rather short, 9 minutes, because I had to literally write them. Like this is like the script of the video, right? This is much more spontaneous. We can read, I can have more ideas this way. I can chat directly with you. I can react with your comments. And I think it's a way to get more in touch. And you always give me the best ideas for memes, for nicknames for the Harkles, ideas. And when I just lose uh, my my train of thought, then you always help me to get into trying. Yes, some of you like that condensed version, but for me, I need to test this because yes, I have to. I wanted to evolve in these terms. For example, be able to this button and I change to this, or this button and I change to this one, or we can also read this web page here. Okay, there's the chat, and just testing things. If you have been here for well, some of you have been here for many years, and some of you maybe a couple of years when I started my actual YouTube journey. You know that I'm always testing, and I find it this funny and not that intrusive that there's a little text just going in the screen. I like that. It's like you are it could be a bit more intrusive, by the way, in terms of design. I'm gonna show you if I can. Okay, change the opacity, maybe no color, blend mode normal. This could be like this. This was I used to have it this way, and you said, hey, there's too much noise on the screen, I don't like it. And in fact, I prefer just this way, blue screen, and much right. And listen, Terry, I was friends with Jesus when Twitter was a baby. Yes, I've been on Twitter a long time ago. But yes, I'm trying to make this more professional, have more camera angles, have this camera angle be able to shift the camera, for example, like this, without looking at it, having more production value. But it always comes with practice. I have to test things. As yesterday, that I was trying to do something with my super pad, and the cable was disconnected. Things that happen all the time. This camera is it. Things that happen all the time, but the idea is bringing you the best experience to not only be able to share your comments, you see your own comments here and read your comments. And of course, I know that you like when I interact with you and choose your comments, and we have a conversation here. That is also nice. At the same time, I value your time a lot, because for me, my time is very precious, and I I respect that time, your time, in that regard. So that's why, beyond all this technology change of being able to do this as a live stream, I want to be able to do the live streams in the way that I do the recorded videos, like having such a presentation, such a script of images, of headlines, and everything, and go from one to the other in one way that is seamless for the first 20 minutes of the live, and then be able to interact with you with the last 10 minutes and keep the lives on 30 minutes. That will be all right. I think it's like an obsession. I have this obsession with technology, and also trying to give you everything that you ask for. Make sure that you get what you ask for, and that's why I'm always so conscious about the closed captions topic. So I was a bit afraid, and that's something that I want to comment. And you remember that I used to have some fixed closed captions right on the bottom of screen, right? And was thanks to those captions that we have the Duke and Duchess of Sausages. Like that translation in real time gave us the perfect way to not have the good people of Sussex involved in this, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Sussexes. And those captions that I used to have, the app that generates those captions was going to be discontinued this month. So I had been trying to do things to make sure if you need captions, you get them. And if you're watching through YouTube or Facebook, then you must have the ability, or you should have the ability to just click to turn them on, have closed captions. Of course, there's gonna be automatic translation in real time. They are not gonna be perfect. My English is not perfect, and I don't expect it to be uh, uh, to get rid of my accent anytime soon. I don't think it's gonna go away. I've started to I started to love my accent a long time ago, because at first in my English YouTube journey I was too self-conscious, self-aware of my accent, and I was too nervous, and I was always sweating. Oh my god! And so many words that I pronounce in silly ways. So let me see you. Heather, whatever, you have amazing responsiveness to such a large group. That's a gift. Yeah, that's my. It is in the interest of everyone, Heather, because this show is because you are here. So you are the real owners of this show. Whatever you want it's me, the one who has to fulfill it. And yes, at some point, I want to have a guests for the Royal Rogue. I've told you many times I don't consider myself an interviewer or a journalist, but I see so many people that have a podcast. I don't want to have a podcast per se, but I see so many people that just have a conversation with other creators on their channels. And I said, well, I have the technology. I have now I have like more angles. I have more. I have captions, for example, automated on the on the app directly. So I solved that thing. So I think I can have guests. But again, and this is another thing. If you are a content creator, I'm sure that you're aware of this. Live streams are quite challenging in terms of technical details. Not only sound must be perfect. I had sound problems yesterday. I have to take into account the network, that everything is going fine with my internet connection. Your comments, I need to keep an eye on your comments, because usually when there's a problem with my signal, you're the one who tell me, hey, Jesus, there's something going on with your sound and stuff. So there's a lot of things that one has to pay attention to. And I can imagine that even having a guest, I would have to have this button or this. I think it's like a slot that you simply add the person to that slot. You can have here like 3 or 4 people to have a team of people, like a round table about a topic. That will be nice. I'm trying to take it easy because, of course, it is your time. I want to give you the best experience, but at the same time, I have to catch up with what am I doing. For example, like this live stream, and of course, to try to make these tests in real time, because there's no other way. I can make tests like in like a cold approach to tests, like myself here in my office. But the best way, the real best way, is to test it in real time with a real audience. And I really appreciate that you. My God, thank you, Angel Solitaire. You have a sexy accent like Ricardo Montalban and Fernando Lamas and even Desi Arnaz. Yes, Desi Arnaz. I remember Desi from I Love Lucy. I love that show. I love that show 100%. Oh my God, yeah. Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem is one of my favorite actors, by the way. He's so. This is gonna be strange from me. He's so manly, right? Javier Bardem is so manly, and someone said the other day when I was talking about Harry that I considered that Harry was objectively handsome, like 10 or yeah, like 10 years ago. Someone on Twitter said, "I didn't know that you were into men so much." And I said, wait a minute. Okay, it's because I am an artist, but I can appreciate beauty, whether it's a woman or a man. I think that there's no problem in that. I found it funny, but I took it like an artist. Hey, well, I studied, like literally studied male and female anatomy in every single nook and cranny of the human body that can ever exist. And yes, I think I can. I have some a solid opinion about that, about both of them. Why not? Are we still doing guess the tie color? Oh my god! I would say my tie is. By the way, my tie is a bit. It's a bit. Okay, much better. You know that I like my double Windsor knot, which is symmetrical. I like that symmetry. Something that, for example, it's like Bex in this picture. He has that. Oh my God, has that. I think it's a single Windsor knot, single one. Oh no, I think it's a double one. Looks rather symmetrical. That is one of the things that I have to tell you. You know that I love Prince William. I love Catherine, but it's something that I cannot stand every time I see William with that single Windsor knot. It is something that I have to. I'm going to look for that. Uh, Let me see. I have to look for that. I'm going to be extra petty right now. Oh my God, this is something that I have a lot of trouble. I am a fan of symmetry, and William, for God's sake, why you do this? What is that? It's like I don't know. The River Thames, like it's like doing this. It's something that I just cannot stand. I'm sorry. I cannot. It has its charm. This single Windsor knot. It's the good part is that it's rather narrow, which is quite elegant. You need to have a rather broad neck like mine for a double Windsor. My double Windsor today is a bit. It's was done a bit quick. It could be a much better, yeah, much better this way. Oh my God! But I don't know. That's something that I need to. I have a hard time with that single Windsor knot. Let me see. Sometimes it has worked. Let me see when it has worked nicely. I mean, I think never. I'm sorry, William. I'm so sorry. I don't want to be so petty. This is pure personal taste, absolute personal taste. That's something that goes very well with his image, but it's not something that I would do. I went mad the first time I tried to do a single Windsor knot. I was like 1 hour saying, why does this end up so asymmetric? Like twisted to one side. It's gonna give me some kind of neck pain with that. And I did it for like 1 hour, and then I realized when I began studying the pictures of men with a single Windsor knot, okay, it's crooked all the time. So that is part of the charm, I guess. But no, well, I think it's a safety thing in case someone grabs them by the tie. They gave clips once. All right, but who's gonna grab him by the tie? It's perhaps that could be. Oh, I can I have to agree, Aideen. Like Princess Catherine, Prince William could wear a bean bag and still look handsome, beautiful. Oh my God. I have Mid Journey around here. Mid Journey, where are you? Where are you, Mid Journey? I'm not going to do this on screen because you know that sometimes I generate those artificial intelligence images and they turn up awful. Like I don't know. It's I'm going to tell you something about Mid Journey. By the way, let's imagine Prince William wearing a bean bag. I'm not going to show you the results, okay? Because I have to curate them. I have to play the censorship here because I don't know what Mid Journey is going to do. But a good thing about Mid Journey is that it is always wary of strange things that could generate, and it makes sure to not do certain things. And in fact, I'm going to tell you this: it's a bit of a censorship, right? I used to be able to say Meghan Markle angry, okay, or Meghan Markle upset, and it generates an image of Meghan Markle. Oh my God, what is this? What is this? This is perfectly what I was expecting from. Let me see. I'm going to. I'm seeing the results. Yeah, they are legit. Prince William wearing a beanbag. Please remember that this is a artificial intelligence image, and this is absolutely out of my control. And this is the first try. Yes, yeah, he looks nice. It looks like a Balenciaga model. This one, I think this one is much better. I don't like his expression. Midjourney is not good. It's not that good at depicting Prince William. I don't know why. Yeah, William wearing a beanbag. It looks nice. Yeah, very futuristic, maybe. It looks like looks funny. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, the phone at Kensington Palace is ringing right now, sir. We have a situation here. We have a beanbag situation here. Okay, I told you that I was going to do that at some point, that I was going to turn on Mid Journey and we're going to have a little fun with this. Regardless of you know, I have to. It's like when I was. I think I didn't show you this. I'm going to first show you. Oh, I know you're going to get mad at me. When I was generating those pictures of President Markle, I said, oh, wait a minute. If Meghan is the president, then Harry is like the first lady, right? It's that way. And I asked me journey for Harry. I haven't showed you this. This is first on the Royal Rogue, and this is Mid Journey's version of Harry as the first lady of the United States of America. Like a total blend of everything. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh no, I wouldn't do Princess Catherine. I wouldn't do that to Catherine. I remember some amazing images of Catherine as a Valkyrie. Let me see if I. Some of you are using this as your image. By the way, you remember that I made this. This was one of my first attempts at Mid Journey. These images were just amazing. Yeah, they look quite artificial, sadly, but they still look amazing. There was another one. Was this one? Yeah, need some more. You know that Catherine charm, that smile, but I guess warrior princesses do not smile that much. Okay, let me put them side by side. I copy this one. There's all stuff that we. This is the kind of things that I could be doing with my artificial intelligence. I think I have. Let me see. which other attempts have Catherine. No, in fact, I haven't generated. Oh, it's quite few images of her. Okay, this is. I have no idea what I was trying to do here, but I'm going to show you this one. This is Catherine doing some kind of Tai Chi or something. Let me see. Let me. Okay, two new messages. Oh, I missed that. Okay, I don't know what I was trying to do here, but here goes anyway. This one. Again, I haven't generated many of Catherine images. I don't know what I was going to. What I was thinking. There was quite a while ago. It was back in when? It was in June. It looks like 3 lives ago. Well, Catherine. Well, this is the magic. Like William in a bin bag, still handsome. Let's talk about the Beckhams. We're here to talk about the Beckhams. We haven't. I told you that we were going to talk about the Beckhams when I have mentioned the Beckhams. But imagine this. Let me change here. I can do it with the button. That is the magic of technology here. Brand Beckham is back, baby. Posh and Beck's candid Netflix show is making viewers fall in love with them again. As PR expert, I have to change here. Okay, much better. As PR experts say, series makes them as iconic as Kate and William, the Obamas, and Clooney's. Oh my God, and could finally clinch David's knighthood. Can't you imagine that? Who wrote this? Whoever wrote this thinking about certain disastrous couple in mind. You can hear the Montecito screams from here. David and Victoria Beckham's candid Netflix documentary will turn the pair into one of the most iconic couples in the world as they finally tell the truth about some of the last 3 decades' most talked about moments. One thing that I found interesting here, it was a nice picture. This, by the way, of the whole family. There's also Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Van Peltz. They have been quite low profile recently, right? No more, all that stuff that we used to see. But that's nice. They must be enjoying their privacy and doing their stuff. I mean, oh my God, those days. When was that photo taken? A long time ago, I guess. A long time ago. Let me see your comments. I want to see your comments. We're here to chat. And there's no chat if I don't look at your comments. Yes, Megan will be a break in every plate. She has agreed, Jenny. Oh my God. This is Stephen Magnus. I saw your comment. I'm not going to highlight it, but yes, people have pitched me some ideas for artificial images about Megan, and no, they are they are not don't belong to this channel. I am a gentleman still. Yes, I think I don't know if I was trying to when I made this that Catherine. I think I have another image. The problem is that I did not like the way Midjourney generated Catherine's likeness. I was making things, testing things, and that was Midjourney version 4, by the way. It's already in version 5.2. I don't know. Maybe it was something like that. I'm going to show you this now that you're mentioning the Catherine as a Kill Bill, but this is not really a Kill Bill stuff. Let me see. Go here. something like had to do with kung fu or some maybe yes, it had to do with kung fu with that full yellow suit. Is that iconic Bruce Lee suit that Uma Thurman wore on Kill Bill? But no, it had nothing to do with that. But I really don't remember. As I'm telling you, it was ages ago. It was like a different life. Okay. Okay, there are opinions. I don't understand the attention Push and Bex is getting. Well, it's called PR because they have brands. They are still working on their brands and they have to stay current. And I think Netflix said that there's an interest in on the story of people or successful people or that have a following that. Oh wait, then why Meghan and Harry had a documentary? I don't get it. Oh my god! Just I'm saying, we're talking about successful people. We're talking about people with a huge following. Then why did they make the documentary about Meghan and Harry? But let's be honest. Let's be honest. We talk about Meghan and Harry. We're talking about people that will have that that fame no matter what, but they have spent that. And I think maybe people wanted to know more about the personal life, the all that all those scandals and all that stuff about the Beckhams. Yeah, this that is that is there's a story in there, and that is the right word. I'm going to tell you. This is something that I always struggle with my body language guy channel. Something that I want to reformulate because the Royal Rogue is going very well. The lives are working very well. I'm going to do my best to do the most engaging lives possible, and then release those fractions as videos. But the body language guy, it sometimes happens that someone pitches me a video or a video topic, and most people are not aware of who is the analysis about. And at some point, the body language guy, I'm trying to say this because as an anecdote that could work for you, I was always in a rush. Like I have to make the 9-minute video as quickly as possible. You have to jump into the chase. You have to. Then I was focusing only on topics that were relevant to the largest amount of people possible. Okay, topics that were trending at the moment. But sometimes you don't have topics that are trending that can be analyzed from a body language perspective. So what do? The right way to do things is, as I've said, and maybe you have seen, maybe you have Netflix and you see a documentary that you have no idea of the topic, but it seems interesting. The image, the design is nice. The premise, when you click on the mini poster, is nice. So you watch it out of the blue without knowing anything about the topic, and you enjoy it. And this documentary is great. And that happens just because storytelling. If the people who made the documentary make a good storytelling, they have this, attention, interest, decision, and action. It's mainly the attention and the interest. It's grabbing your attention with the image, and then your interest as the story goes by and the story begins to unfold. And that is something that I think I should be implementing more on my body language guy channel. Not be that afraid if the topic is known or not, but introduce the viewer to the topic. Okay? Of course, that takes time. That is not something that you can do in one day, as I'm used to make my videos in one day. But I have been more proud of the videos that I take 2 to 3 days to make. So maybe that's something that I have to be juggling at the same time. You know that in the body language guy, at some point, I was doing only lives or only recorded videos or only shorter videos, only longer videos. I was testing everything. This is constant testing that I know that has nothing to do with the Royal Rogue or has nothing to do with the Royals. But my point is that maybe there are people that are not that interested in the Beckhams because they don't know them the way they would know them watching the documentary. So it's not only that the documentary for fans of the Beckhams. The documentary should be appealing to anybody, even if you either don't care about the Beckhams or maybe you are not even aware of them. That is a possibility, of course. So that's a responsibility that we creators have as storytellers. Yeah? Storytelling is one of the most powerful uh, tools, devices that we have. And this is something that I always tell my students, my body language and behavior students, that the most powerful tool and weapon in the world, the single most powerful weapon in the world is the human voice. That is hands down. That is hands down the most powerful weapon in the world is the human voice. So that at some point, I realized, for example, that I don't know, I want to be an artist. I want to be a musician. I wanted to be so many things until I realized that the most impact is something that using my smarts, my connecting the dots, and my voice. Yes, it is useful when I write, and I try my best. By the way, some of you have. I want to mention this. Have this kind of tribute. Where am I? Right here. Some of you have asked about. Some of you have asked about my sideburns. I'm gonna change here to just to show you this picture. Not this one. Not Kill Bill. This one is Isaac Asimov. This is the guy that I found my inspiration for my sideburns, but no, he's obviously the goat of sideburns ever. Isaac Asimov, nonfiction and fiction writer, one of the greatest sci-fi writers of all time, my favorite sci-fi writer of all time. But I always loved, as a kid, I fell in love with the way that he talked about science, even more than Carl Sagan. Like, as a kid, I read Carl Sagan, and well, that is meh. That's not. It's not that easy to follow. It's not that engaging. It's not that funny. It's not that as entertaining. As an adult, for example, I appreciated Carl Sagan much more. But Isaac Asimov had a way to, was a great storyteller, now that we are talking about it, and had a way to insert a joke in a way that was just the perfect timing. And I said, I want to write like this. I want to speak like this guy. And one thing about Isaac Asimov, besides the sideburns, is that you could ask him to give a speech, a 1 hour speech about any topic. And without preparing for that topic, he could give the speech on the spot. Okay? Like literally, you could pick him. It happened. There's an anecdote that it was his wife, and they were at this seminar of many scientists were speaking. And I think it happened that the guy that was going to talk about, I think it was comets, could not arrive on time. So they were asking if someone wanted to just go up and talk about comets. And Isaac said he didn't know. I'm not gonna do it. And it's like his wife said, "Hey, go for it. Did you know you can do it?" And he just stood up, went there, and improvised a comets speech, a 1 hour comets speech, just like that. Well, the guy only read and wrote. He wrote like he published like 500 books over his life, published in the sense that he either wrote them or produced them. Yeah, was I think more like wrote them. He did not edit much. He produced other people's books, but he did not edit that much. In fact, he had this problem with publishing companies. He wrote everything by himself, and he edited everything by himself, his own books. Great story. Yeah, I owe this man so much. Uh, it's yes, that's there's maybe the suit and tie comes from that, and the heavy glasses. Yeah, it's a lot of influence on me. I have to say that. I have to recognize that influence, but that's where the sideburns come from. Let me see some of your comments. Yes, storytelling is so important, and that's the way how you move people. And in politics, for example, we're seeing so many things that people that have been moved by voice, by the written word. As language is one thing, but the voice is the single most powerful weapon and tool of humanity. That's why I always tell you that you have to be careful to what you say. Self deprecating words are a big no no. It's like that. It's like this Radiohead song, Creep. But I am a creep. I am a weirdo. I sang that song many times until I realized I found I have this I have my connections that told me, hey, this is not a good idea. Maybe once every a blue moon, maybe an instrumental version it could help, maybe a jazz version, but the literal lyrics that are self-deprecating, not very good, not very good, never ends well. So I this is my suggestion that words have immense power. I could say that they have unlimited power. So make sure you are not attacking yourself with your words. It's something that I always tell everyone. You say, "Oh, I'm so stupid," or "I am so. Why did I do this?" I'm so. You have to be kind to yourself. I know that I'm repetitive. I know that I can be a pain in the arse, saying this over and over and again. But so many things that happen with our lives, and I encourage taking full responsibility of everything that happens in our lives. So if we have full responsibility, it is natural when something happens, then we are going to say, this was my mistake. How could I do such a thing? And that is the moment that, okay, you have to realize that you screw something up. But at the same time, be kind to yourself and said, well, this is something that I must learn from this and not repeat this again, and make sure that neither I or other people are hurt the next time something like this happens. It's that simple. It's that don't try to not try to not try to be kind to yourself in you want to have sideburns like this. People have told me that they look like Elvis sideburns as well. Oh my god! Oh my god! People being mean to Victoria in the comments, but I'm reading your comments right now, catching up. Wish Victoria would smile in pics. She always looks like Grumpy Spice. Yeah, this is something I didn't know. I found out like 3 years ago that there was a trend in women that women did not like to smile because two things. They think that they look silly, and at the same time they think that their face looks wider when they smile. Like what? And you have all these models, Instagram models. You know that joke that says, "Oh, what do you do? I'm an Instagram model." And what do you do? "Oh, I'm a soldier on Call of Duty." Oh, right. That's pretty much the same thing. But you see all these Instagram ladies, models that have this expression, like they are bored with I don't know, with their head, like I need the the headshot and the restream like this or like this, something like that. Like they are bored. They want to look interesting, but they are just bored. It's why did you do that? Why don't you smile? I I try to understand what kind of trend is not smiling, so you look like what? And there's also that trend with man. Oh, no, you have to look manly, a real man. Do not smile. No, this is not. Oh, Isaac, we are enough for you for now. Let me change here. Enough of Isaac for now. Change to our feature image. This this trend in man that you should not smile, like you have to have this alpha male face, intense gaze. No, that's absurd. It's smiling it's so beautiful when you know that this a song. I don't want to get triggered. I want to I want to play. I'm going to uh, let me see if I can find that song. I can play like 10 seconds of the song. Okay, this is the song. This is the song. Let me see if I can look for it, like so I can hear it. I don't have a monitor, so I want to hear the song. So make sure I don't play too much of it. But I love this song. Let me see if I can play it this way. I don't know, this not this one. No, this is not one. Let me see. It's the Coca-Cola. It was from a Coca-Cola ad, by the way. I need to show you this. You need to listen to this one. When you're smiling. Yeah, enough. YouTube is gonna copyright my arse with that. That song is it should be from Louis Armstrong. I think that's what it says here, but you know how sometimes this are a bit misleading. But I love that song, by the way. I think we should smile more. That's why there's another thing about my work. I think I've never been able to do something like write or have a show or have a speech or have a radio interview without adding some kind of levity to it. Sometimes it's not simply adding jokes. I am not a fan of jokes in the term of, hey, this is this joke, and I'm gonna say this joke, and that's no, that is self-contained. No, this is not a stand-up. It's like you're having this conversation with someone, as I having this conversation with you, and I come up with things that could be amusing, that add levity to the conversation, and that is something that it was a bit hard for me. I'm going to tell you something that I've said you that I have been through this transformation of many years, and at some point I was creating this body language curses, and these curses at first were magical for me because it was the first curse I was creating. And the first guides were these PDF documents that I was like sending to people weekly who joined the course, and they had to do these assignments. They had the theory and the practice. But the first guides, I can't forget one comment that I had on one of those guides. I'm laughing out loud reading your guides. I'm laughing out loud with this curse. And the sad part is that I took it the wrong way. Like 40% of me was glad, okay, yeah, I had a lot of fun creating the guys because they had a lot of humor in them. they sounded like a stand-up comedy. If you mix a TED talk with a stand-up comedy, that is exactly how my guides sounded back then. And I had a lot of fun creating them. I knew my students were having a lot of fun, but I took that the wrong way. I'm telling you, I took that the wrong way. And the 60% of me that had to be, corporate, serious, because people are not going to take you seriously if you use that much humor. You cannot use that much humor. You're overdoing it. People are not going to take you seriously. Yeah, I had that voice in my mind telling me over and over again, you have to tone it down. And yes, I began to tone down the humor until my guides became the most boring thing in the world. That is a sad story. That is a sad story, but yes, that's what the wrong inner dialogue can make you to you, can do to you. My inner dialogue said, okay, you are enjoying making the guides. People are enjoying reading them. People are paying you for this course. People are recommending your course. No, let's change this. People are having fun. People must be learning, not having fun. Yes, that happened. Like we're talking about 2012. Yeah, 11 years ago, I had that change, but it still was something that I couldn't afford. Even if this was this um, like this self-criticizing voice telling me you have to sound professional. Stop all that humor. What does that come from? Writing the guides, I couldn't control myself, and there was always some levity here, levity there, and my Twitter account back then was as spontaneous as you can imagine. So that's something that I realized I cannot fight that. I've always enjoyed watching people laugh. I seriously consider the career of a comedian back in 2010. I consider that career, but I run through the numbers. It's very stressing. I'm going to tell you why it's stressing, because you have to find humor in everything. And sometimes you have to walk very fine lines, and you have to be funny all the time in everything you say. And it becomes a chore, right? That is the way that you say that word. I'm going to check. I don't want to go wrong with this. Chore. Yeah, it becomes a chore. It becomes your job, right? So you take completely the freshness out of it. This is my camera, sorry. You take the freshness out of it completely, and it becomes work. And all of a sudden, it was hard for me to come up with things. And since it was my job and I'm a perfectionist, then this joke is not funny enough. This other joke is not funny enough. And I began hating myself again. I'm telling you, I have to overcome a lot of self-criticism, a lot of self-talk, negative self-talk, to try to take myself not that seriously. But the moment that I said, okay, I'm going to talk about this topic, and I'm going to give my insights in body language, in human behavior, and the levity is like just added perk to that. It just flows. Okay, it's much easier for me. There's no pressure. Okay, maybe today you have more jokes than tomorrow, but it also happened to me on the Body Language Guy channel, because some videos were just amazing in terms of we had a lot have so many memes about Meghan and Harry back then, but sometimes I touch or also topics that you cannot have much humor to them. some were about real tragedy. So it's a very fine line. If it's like I'm telling you how you position yourself. If I position myself as a comedian, then everything has to be comedy, everything has to be humor. It becomes a job, it becomes a chore for me, and it goes stale, it becomes gray, I become grumpy. And to some extent, I am not going to defend anybody, but to some extent, I can understand how these people that work with these talk shows or, these talk shows, they become so miserable over time because of that pressure. I understand that they become miserable. I can understand that they become miserable over time because all that pressure. But you're going to tell me so many people that have gone through 10x, 20x worse things in their lives and they become kind. So there's no way to get around that. If you become miserable for that, but I can understand that that pressure can be mounting over you. Oh my God, I have to be funny. I have to be funny. This joke did not land well. It's like, for example, when you see these Netflix specials of these stand-up comedians, you are watching hours and days of testing and testing and testing jokes, testing delivery. Okay, this joke landed well, but the delivery was not on point. The delivery has to be like this. Let me test with this other audience in this bar, in this pub, in this here, such and such. And after hours and days of testing all those jokes, they take the best of the best with the best of the best delivery, and they have these Netflix specials, for example, of comedians, and that's why they are so amazing. But that is not spontaneous, and I knew the work that was behind that, and I knew something that is even more concerning, which is when you come up with something yourself, but at the same time, another comedian come up with the same joke on their own. That is perfectly possible. And all of a sudden, one of you two copied the other, plagiarized the other when you just come up with the same joke. That can happen. Okay? And people that maybe you are emerging artist or comedian, and a more seasoned one just steals your jokes. And since they have 1 million followers and you just have 10,000, then nobody's going to believe that you were the first one to tell that joke. That also happens. That is despicable. And I said, there's so much competition in there. No, that is not a good idea. So many things. I sometimes like to talk about my life experiences, how I got here, because I don't know in which way I can enlighten your own journey. Okay, that's more or less what is happening to me. What did Jesus do? I did that. I realized that I had that comedic timing. I think I still have it. I try to not take myself too seriously. But at the same time, you know that this anecdote by Luciano Pavarotti had the fear every day upon waking up of losing their voice. Yeah, most of those people have a team of writers. Yes, I was born in September. I'm a Virgo. Yes, I was born in September. What was I talking about? I was talking about the humor, and I was talking about the I was going to look for, oh my God, I lost the train of thought. The comedic time. Luciano Pavarotti. I was talking about Luciano Pavarotti. Luciano had the fear of losing his voice every morning when he woke up. Lucky for the whole world, he never lost his voice. It was an amazing voice right until the end. There's some comedians that I've admired over the years. Sometimes it happens that you admire someone and you catch up with them, with their content 10 years after, you say, either they change or my tastes my taste is more refined. I don't know, because you see that these people just fall into obscurity. And that happened with a comedian in Venezuela, a very famous comedian in Venezuela that I'm not going to name, that I really admired him back in, I'm gonna tell you, 2014, around 2000, yeah, 2014, around that era, around let's say 2014. And all of a sudden, I don't know this if he maybe he had writers that wrote the jokes for him, because I see his Twitter right now. It is a desert. It has like millions of, uh, of followers, and only 5 people answer his tweets, and it's really sad. It's sad to say what happened. Maybe he was funnier back then. Maybe he had writers back then, but you have that fear that you're gonna lose that touch. And when I'm writing that levity into my videos, and I'm in these live streams, when I'm writing it, I'm always second guessing myself. Will this joke be funny enough? And that is the magic behind these live streams. I don't have time. There is no space. There is no way I can second guess myself, because I just say the joke, whatever comes to my mind. I have to keep on talking. Since I keep talking, I cannot. Oh my God! Did that joke land correctly? Did that joke land correctly? This is the magic of this, of a live stream. You have to keep on talking. You have to. The show must go on. That is the nice the nice thing about this. Let me see. Oh my God, I'm just talking and talking and talking, and not paying attention to your comments. Denise, that's my idea. I think Jesus has a good balance of having a sense of humor and being serious. That is another thing. Yeah, it's needed a balance, because you cannot be funny or comedic all the time, humorous. That's why he's so engaging with his subscribers. I try to be engaging. You see, yes, I was born in September. Okay, this is important. Drubaldo, a smile can change someone else's life, not only yours. Acknowledging someone's presence with a smile. A homeless guy told me it gave him the strength to push himself to get out of that situation. 100% behind what Drubaldo said. It's like, I've said this a couple times. For example, people that work with customer service, people that attend the public. I always make sure to give them the best smile I can, be as polite as I can, try to make their interaction with me, which will be like 20 seconds, 30 seconds long, as good as possible, because I know how hard can it be to be attending the public for a whole day, for days on end, for weeks on end. That would be really that can drain your energy, a lot of your energy. That can happen. That's what happens when you are on those kind of jobs, attending public customer service. So the best thing, in my opinion, that you can do for, I think it's pretty much for everyone, but especially for them, is to make sure that you at least greet them and offer them your best smile. Something that the neurons of people's brains just fire up with some. Oh, this is great. It's nice how this smile right here, and you have that smile back. Is much better in every way. Of all the things, I remember that people criticize me. You know that internet people criticize you for everything, for literally everything. I still recommend people to smile more. And people criticize me. That is not a body language lesson. That is not a body language tip. That is so stupid. That is so basic. And my question is, you don't sound like the person that smiles all the time. That's for sure. Maybe you need that lesson more than anybody. But no, this is one of the things that happens in so many ways that we need to smile more, have a more entertaining, be more entertained. Uh, yeah, we all have our pet peeves. Sorry, pet peeves. Mm. Oh, I didn't know this. Susan Reich. Johnny Carson famously was miserable after the show stopped taping. He was happy filming, not in his personal life. Yeah, that also happens. That also happens. People that uh, that love the way I love their job, but I think you need to have some balance in your life. I remember an anecdote. I'm going to look for that the cover of that book. I'm going to tell you what is this book. It was this book, one of my favorite books ever. I'm going to show you one of my favorite books ever. Was this one. Zen in the Martial Arts by Joe Hyams. Zen in the Martial Arts. This is a collection of many short stories about martial arts, about Joe Hyams, that he also trained with Bruce Lee, by the way. And it's not only for people that love martial arts, it's for anybody. It has a lot of life lessons that I have never forgotten. I read this book like 30 years ago, or more than 30 years ago, and it still rings in my mind. And remember one anecdote. It goes something like this. And one student went to his master and asked him if he thought that he was going to be a great martial artist. And the master told him, I need to tell you that you are not going to be a great martial artist. But at the same time, I need to tell you that you're going to be a great human being. And the student was really disappointed at that moment because he really wanted to be a great martial artist. He wanted to be the best, or at least being a legend, or being something respected in martial arts. And what's this as a great human being? Why do I care being a great human being? And upon the years, as years passed, he realized that, okay, he was never going to be a great martial artist. But the words of the master were always ringing in his mind. And he realized that being a great human being was so difficult because of the balance that you have to have with all the things, not just having the martial arts, but your professional life and your personal life and your spiritual life and your mind, your emotions, everything. Being a great human being required this delicate balancing act between every single aspect of one's life. That, yes, he realized that the master had given him an amazing compliment. You're not going to be a great martial artist, but you're going to be a great human being. And that's what the master saw in him. That is a great anecdote, by the way. Zen in the Martial Arts by Joe Hyams, one of my favorite books as a child, as a kid. Okay, we're more than 1 hour and 1,000. I have a hard time. If we were 1,000 in a physical space, it will be just amazing. We will be in a physical space. 1,000. Oh my God, it will be a huge hall of many amazing people. Um, Patty, my oldest is a comedian, writes their own jokes. I've gone to many shows and they are funnier than the multimillionaires they're open for. Will they be big someday? Yes, but it's hard work can break you. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work. We guarantee that. That is hard work, and it can be unforgiving. The amount of work you need. Well, you remember when Megan tried to be funny on her podcast? Oh my god, it was sad. It was sad. Read your comments. People who smile more and always say thank you and are kind to anyone are those who suffer the most in life. Well, it's maybe a generalization. Most generalizations are dangerous, but I will take that. For example, I'm extremely mindful of people's names. I apologize if I ever pronounce your name on a comment incorrectly because it is something really important for me. Really important for me. Something that uh, Jesus, do you practice any martial arts? I used to practice some kickboxing. I haven't practiced much because, well, my hands still can still punch. That's why I have these scars in here. Okay, I don't know if you can see them. Have this. There they are. Uh, that right punch. I also have, but I broke my right hand like around 7 times in my life. That's why I don't have the same scars on my left hand. I broke my, but badly. Like that like kind of you break your hand and there's all this blood and it doesn't heal like in 2 weeks. Yeah, that kind of stuff. A lot of anger management as well. I've had to deal with. I'm not gonna lie. I'm human. I had a lot of trouble trying to channel my emotions, trying to understand many reasons for that are rather private to me. But at least you know that yeah, I'm human. I've had that problem back then, but thank God that is behind now. And how I guess that this how did I break my hand? Well, let's say that a door got in the way, and well, I'm just gonna say that. Oh well, yeah, that happens. Yeah, it was something that some things that happen. One needs to be able to keep calm. Yeah, when I found out that keep calm and carry on, I think that's one of the most important things that one can aspire to. One needs to keep calm and carry on, whether is the situation if it's positive or negative. She wouldn't even call herself a diva for a few laughs with Mariah. That's what I understood. That Megan has zero self awareness for anything that has to do with humor. Because for humor, you must be absolutely willing to like made the ridicule. I don't know how to say that. To do the ridicule, to be not to be ridiculed, but to do a ridicule, to be silly. You have to be willing to be silly in front of people. Yeah, that's the first requirement. And if you are too self-aware, and if you're too yes, those dang doors. uh, get in the way. Yeah, those tank doors always get in our way. Thank you, Stephanie. If if you are too self-aware, if you are too worried of that judgment, it's gonna happen as it happened to me with my body language curse guides. No, no, you're gonna. In fact, I had the humor, I neutralized it, but in Megan's case, no, she just doesn't have it, doesn't have it, and Harry, no, Harry doesn't have it either. Let me now we're talking about the Montecito duo. Let's blow this one up. Okay, you're not seeing it. Uh, Neither of them have it, which is I don't know. It's like when you see William and Catherine, you can imagine all the jokes and all the levity and all the good times that they have together, but Harry has no sense of humor that I know. He can, I don't know, at some point look behaving nice with children, all that, but that's it. No sense of humor whatsoever. Megan, no sense of humor. And that's the thing that creeps me out the most from them, to be honest. I don't know. I wouldn't be able. I wouldn't be able to be in a relationship like that. Yes, this comment. Let me see. LC, where you May would never laugh at herself. Too important in her own opinion. Yes, you need to be able to laugh at yourself. And laughing at yourself is the ultimate test of being kind to yourself. You're kind to yourself. You did a silly thing. You made a mistake. Just go with the flow. Go with that. Okay, we are 1 hour and 20 minutes on. I don't want to push my voice too hard, but I want to read your super chats. Oh my God, your super chats. There's one super sticker from Client 99. Thank you. Angela Song Chong. Sorry, Jesus, I can't wait another minute before you talk about Catherine's rugby engagement recently. She looked and played so beautifully. Please, I'm going to let me see. I can go here. My camera and okay, let me read Dusty's girl super chat. Dusty's girl, thanks, Jesus. Postscriptum, when are you going to play your cello? One of these days, maybe I will. I haven't practiced in a long time, but I promise that at some point I will be playing my cello, and I also promise that I will be also singing some songs in a very silly way. There's this clip. There's this clip. This is the clip. I must have this clip somewhere. Wait a second. I have this clip somewhere. Where's this clip? Do I have to download it? I think I have to download it again. Wait a second. There's this clip. A clip of Catherine. And oh my God. Where is the clip now? Okay, here's the clip. So I need just another slide to include the clip of the magic of live streams and technology. Okay, movie, we here. We'll repeat and start. And yes, here we go. This clip. I know that you wanted to see this clip. I'm going to play you this clip. I need to start a petition. I need to start a petition that every single video of Catherine should be recorded in slow motion and published with a slow motion option. We need to see Dad in slow motion. It is a must. We demand it, Kensington Palace. I know you are watching, some intern is right now taking notes. We need Catherine in slow motion. We demand it. It's an absolute must. And that's why Angela said we need to talk about that rugby engagement. Needed, absolutely needed. Thank you, Sina. It was my pleasure for the long live stream. Of course, only because you are here, more than 1,000 of you on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter as well. It is my pleasure. Remember to easiest way to support my channel, like and subscribe if you haven't done so. If you haven't subscribed on Facebook, you will help me immensely if you look for the Royal Rogue. It's Royal Rogue 7 on Facebook. Let me look for it myself while Catherine is still catching there. Right here, let's go back so you know who's the real one. This is my Royal Road on Facebook. If you want to support me, just go there. Give me a follow if you have Facebook, of course. If not, then don't worry. And the right one. Someone was telling me that there's more than one Royal Road. No, it's this one, the Royal Road 7. The Royal Road 7. That's me on Facebook. So we're great if you give me here. If you're in Facebook, you just have to click the follow button. Oh well, let's go back to our image of the day so we can say goodbye. Thank you for being here, my rogues. This is amazing. Has been amazing. We should do more of this live streams, longer live streams. Today, I just wanted to catch up with you, telling you a bit of my current journey. And at the same time, well, have a good time together. 1,000, I cannot believe it. 1,000 watching right now, and I'm just rambling. That's something that I don't understand. Why are you watching? I'm just rambling. It's something that I will always have a hard time understanding. Why are you watching? And at the same time, I'm really grateful that you're here and watching whatever I say, and we're here having such a good time. Such a good time. We see your comment. Thank you. Great stream, Jesus. Thanks. Much love and bliss. My Royal Rogues, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and until we meet on another video or another live, remember the two most important words, much love and bliss. Take care. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye. Have a great start of the week.